All right. Well, we made it back. It's a victory.
Woo!
Welcome, everyone, to the Postpartum Party Podcast.
Yes, you did really good that
Yes,
time.
where we try and bring light, truth, and sisterhood to the postpartum journey, one episode at a time.
Woo!
So we are back. The first episode released, and we made it back. We crawled back here today.
Literally, literally. Woo!
And yeah, I mean, it's Wednesday, but for me, it feels like a month of Mondays, and it does not feel like Wednesday. But how are you doing, Brittany?
I made it. I'm fighting for my life, Kaleah. Today,
Mhm.
I literally was fighting for my sanity because
Yeah.
I can't believe. Okay, long story short, we just got back today from a hotel stay. We tagged along on my husband's work trip. So it's seven of us in a hotel room. That could be a whole episode in and of itself, being postpartum and being in a hotel room with your five kids and your husband. But so I'm not going to go into detail. But we got back today. We still
Wait,
loved
was it
each
two
other.
nights?
It was more than 2 nights, right? We left Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We got back today. So what's that? Girl, do the math on that. What is that? That's postpartum.
That's 3 nights. Three
Okay,
nights. 3 nights,
three
seven
nights.
people, one room.
I will say my husband and I still love each other. We might even love each other more because we were like it it was successful. But anyway, there were hard times. But anyway, that's a whole other chat. I can't take the whole time of talking about that because I could. But
Right.
today, we got home today, right? Walked in the house. So we dropped Aaron off at work because he had to go back to work today. So I
Mhm.
come home with the five kids. I walk in the house. It smells like straight doo doo, Kaleah. Doo doo. One of my kids comes to me and says, Mom, the toilet is clogged. So you mean to tell me the toilet has been clogged since Sunday with doo doo in it?
For three
Bruh. I was
days.
like, which one of y'all doo dooed in the toilet and didn't say nothing before we left? So now I don't have nobody to turn to because Aaron is gone. And I'm not about to ask these preteens to do it because then that's just going to become more of a disgusting mess that I probably have to clean up afterward.
You
So
did it.
I had to get up in there and say, all right, you can do this. I opened that toilet, Kaleah. It was a massacre. It was the most disgusting. Oh my gosh. Just think about it right now. I'm plunging, trying not to make the doo doo water spray back on me. I'm
The
calling on
things
Jesus. Kaleah,
moms do.
I literally was speaking in tongues. Like, oh, shandararabosa.
Keep it away from me.
Yes. Yes. I was like, Lord, please,
Oh
please.
my God.
And then, and then I did the flesh test and then it starts coming up. I said, no, you will go back down. Thank God that water did not come out. Oh, oh Lord. See,
Oh,
this
that's
is
that that's real.
the
That is the level that deserves. Phone drop and everything.
Oh
Oh my
Lord.
gosh.
Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. Oh Lord. If you're listening, hang on tight. I just dropped the phone. Okay.
Well, it's one thing to have to plunge somebody else's poop, your child's poop, but it's a whole nother level when it's sat there for three. I have never seen poop, 3 days later. So I can only imagine. You are a trooper.
I have to be being punked. So
You
then
are a
finally I
trooper.
conquered that. Then my 2-year-old he is like off the chain. So I'm like, it's time for you. You need to take a nap.
Right.
What does he have just before he takes a nap? Doo
A
doo in
blowout.
his diaper. Stank, nasty doo doo. Like, what the hell is wrong today? What in the world? Change him. Thank goodness for the big, like, I know our topic is joy and grief. Part of the joy of having the big kids is like, or the grief part is dealing with doo doo in your toilet and nobody said nothing. The joy part is okay, here, take your baby sister. Let me go put him down for a nap. And I can trust them to do well at holding her, feeding her a bottle, and all that.
Wow.
Deal with the 2 year old, go to her. By the time I get to her, what does she have? Doo doo up her back. Like blown, like just doo
How
doo.
many poop situations can a mom deal with in one day?
Never.
That's what you were asking yourself.
Yes, yes. I was like, I'm done already. I'm done with the day.
Oh my
And
God.
it was only, and on top of that, Kaleah, before we even left the hotel, guess what came back today? Your
What?
girl's menstrual cycle. That's another thing in postpartum. Why you can't have a set date when you know, like, oh yeah, it's gonna come back this day. I'm gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna be ready for it. Nah, she wanna come back flooding in so much. So that
That's not allowed. It's supposed to just, hey, I'm back.
girl,
Not
no,
like,
no,
busting in.
girl. She said, "Girl, I missed you, boo." That's what she said. And that's what she did, girl. That's what she said, and that's what she did.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
So I'm dealing with my own stuff and all the doo doo in the world on one day. And my house looks a mess.
Woosah. Deep breath. Deep breathing. Breathe in,
So
breathe out.
when I say crawled here,
Yeah.
like, okay, I can make it. I can do it. You can do it, Brittany.
Wow.
But how was your
Thank
day?
Well, thank you for sharing because we deal with a lot of poop over here, and I'm not even going to get into it. We will save it for another episode because the people have heard enough about poop today already. Um,
Ah,
but we have an almost 5-year-old with special needs, not potty trained, and very into putting poop in places it shouldn't be. So I
wow.
will just leave it
That's
at that for
that
now.
is okay, yeah. We
So
have to have another
no,
episode for that.
it's
Khalid.
terrible. It's
You
terrible.
gotta be
But
able to
you
vent it.
saying
You gotta
that,
be able to vent it though.
yeah, I know. But you saying that and just being like you got to deal with poop too just honestly makes me feel better. And this is what this is about. Camaraderie and
Right.
company,
Right.
in hard times. That's why it's a
Yeah.
postpartum party. So I just want to say thank you for sharing that and that we can laugh. We got to laugh at the pain because I
We
know you
gotta
weren't
laugh.
laughing when it was happening, but
No.
it was very funny as you just told me. So I'm doing good. I'm feeling 1,000 times better now talking to you, so that feels good.
Yes.
But today was really long. Um, and yeah, even though it's Wednesday, I literally was like, today I was like, how am I gonna do this 2 more days?
Oh, girl.
Because this is my first full week back at work. I've been back at work, but I started back during the holidays, so it was like I'd work, I get a little
Yeah.
break, work, get a little break, and there's no breaks this week. And my son's back in school, and I've been taking him in the mornings, which is
Wow.
brutal. It's
Wow.
brutal because it's a wrestling match, with him and I, and he literally puts the covers back over himself 10 times,
Oh,
like while you're getting him ready that morning.
oh, wow.
So it's a lot of energy, but
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
And
I'm
you
glad.
did it. You did it. Like one day at a time, one moment at a
One
time.
day at a time. Yeah,
I
I've
will
done it
say,
3 days,
Kaleah,
3 mornings.
yeah, as
Hmm
I've said to you before, like watching you because you are like what, 6 weeks ahead of me postpartum wise,
hmm
watching you conquer everything makes me like, okay, Kaleah just got through that. I can do it when it comes my time to go back to work and be able to function at home still. I will be able to do it because you have been doing it with such grace.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And today I did have a proud moment of when I was saying words in a meeting. I was like, they're coherent. Because,
Oh,
sometimes
oh,
you're
shout
talking and
out.
you're like,
Come on.
what am I, like, I don't have the words. What am I saying? And I was
Right.
like, oh, these sentences make sense
Right.
again.
Yeah.
So that was a proud moment. But
Oh,
I mean,
pause,
it's
pause.
still work.
Celebration.
Oh, thank
Celebration.
you.
That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. That deserves
It's
to be
hard to
celebrated.
talk when you're not sleeping and
Yes.
you're like, what am I supposed to say?
That brain fog is wild. And it is. You look
Right.
around like, y'all sure y'all want me to work here? Because ah, it's the truth. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. I mean, I think I wasn't even on a family Zoom and they're like, "You want to say anything?" No. Don't want to say I don't want to say anything because I don't have the words, and if I say them, I don't even know if they'll come out right. They might not
No,
be coherent.
no.
Anyways, today's topic is joy and grief, and I'm glad we started with the joy. There's so much
Yeah,
joy
yeah.
on this call. Brittany always makes me laugh, which is I love. She's a comedian now in the in postpartum times, which has been awesome. But we wanted to talk about the joy and grief of the postpartum journey today. And I kind of thought about this topic because I think sometimes we feel like we have to choose a side. Like
Mm.
we feel
Ooh.
like things should just be butterflies and happy and just me and my
Yes,
baby bonding and going on walks and oh, isn't this
yes,
so awesome? Or it should be terrible, and I think we
yes.
see both sides kind of displayed everywhere
Yeah,
on social media. And I think, yeah, I think sometimes we feel like, well, postpartum is either of those.
yeah,
And I'm either the woman that's really happy and everything's great or I'm depressed. And I think the journey really is like though both of those all the time or
yeah,
even at the same time or like seconds apart. Like, oh my gosh, I was just so happy in a euphoric way and now I'm really upset and that was two
yeah.
seconds ago, that I
Girl.
was happy. So we wanted to talk a little bit about that today.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I will share like one of my grieving moments currently is my breastfeeding journey. And that has been this is my fourth and final um, pregnancy. And so this is my last time breastfeeding. Um, and I'm now at a place of like, it's been hard for us, but in the beginning, there was so much joy because I was like, oh, maybe this will be better. Maybe this time around will be different. And it felt like that initially because she was latching well, even though she spent a day in the NICU when she was born. And so um, they bottle fed her in the
Model there.
NICU formula, which I was okay with because all my kids have been combo fed, especially in the early months. Um, so I was okay with that. And I was already in my mind like, okay, I'm going to nurse her during the day and we'll do formula at night. I was already deciding to combo feed her.
Mhm.
Um, but now we're at a point where she gets so mad when I put her on the breast because it doesn't come out as fast or as consistent because I've always had supply issues. I've never been an oversupplier with breast milk.
Mm,
And this time around, like I know people are listening, they're probably like, well, are you pumping? Are you, all the things. And I was, but I just am not. I wasn't consistent with it, and also I just this time around was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just go with whatever happens. I'm gonna try my best,
yeah.
and like I had come to this place a couple like last week maybe, but then my friends Tiffany and Sharice were over, and Tiffany is a lactation consultant, and Sharice is a postpartum doula. So like, ideal people to have, and they were just over just to be over because our older kids are around the same age, but they also were just hearing me talk about like, I think I'm done, guys, and they were encouraging me, and not in a way that was like pushy, but
Mm-hmm.
when they left, I was like, okay, let me try it again. Let me see if I even have milk. Because I thought maybe I'm like, my breasts don't even I felt no pain either. Like, oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
engorged. I need to like release the milk. So I just assumed I didn't have any more milk. But when I put her, I was doing some of the things that they shared with me. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's not over. Maybe we still can, do a little bit of the nursing. And there's so much joy that comes with nursing your baby. You
Mm-hmm.
look at them in the eyes, and it's just really
Mm-hmm.
sweet. And you do like the oxytocin that comes from it and
Mm-hmm.
all the like the joy hormones. You
Mm-hmm.
do really, and this time around, I really felt them like more
Mm-hmm.
so than I ever have with the other kids because with the other kids, I was just so stressful, and that's all I felt was the stress part of it. So this time that's what I was like, oh, I'm feeling the joy connected to breastfeeding.
Wow.
But now she really is just like like, no, I don't want this broke boob. Give me a bottle. She is really mad. And that makes me sad, like,
Mm-hmm.
because it's supposed to be a natural thing. Oh yeah, you had a baby. Milk is supposed to just come out your breast, and you're supposed to just feed the baby at the breast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but that is not my story. It has never been my story, and so I that makes me grieve, and I am grieving not being able to nurse her anymore. But I also know that she'll be okay. A
Yeah,
fed baby is
absolutely.
fed is best, as they say. But
Yes.
sometimes it's hard and it's sad at moments.
Yeah.
Um, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you for sharing that. I think, yeah, a- allow yourself to grieve that. And you're good at this. I'm sure you're not even doing this, but it's like you can't compare your story or your
yeah,
journey to anybody else's. So
I
even you
know.
saying like, well, it's supposed to, like, babies are supposed to, well, not every baby, like, and some kids don't even have that choice because they're sick or so
Yeah.
I had a friend that used to say, "Don't should yourself," and I love
Ooh,
that. So I
that's
was just
good.
like, "Don't like, well, she should be, I should."
Yeah,
It's like, no, you should be doing what's best for her, and you
yeah,
are. You're
yeah.
feeding her, because when they're not getting enough at the breast, that's super frustrating too.
Hmm.
So I think every parent has to make decisions that are gonna be best, like we one thing we did in the hospital that I was like, oh, is this okay? It is my milk didn't come in right away, and so we did donor milk, and I was
Yeah,
super nervous about that. Like, yeah, just like somebody else's milk. I don't know
yeah,
about that.
yeah,
But I talked to the lactation consultant at the hospital, and she was like, if it was me, like this is what I would do over, formula. And then so I
yeah,
was like, okay, but that didn't make me feel good because it's like, oh, a lot of other people can right away, they're just at the breast, or and even now my daughter is bottle fed with breast milk, and sometimes people ask me questions, mainly family, because other people are a little more respectful. But sometimes family, they're just like, why isn't she what? And I'm like, she does sometime, but most of the time she doesn't. And I know what
Yeah.
she's getting through the
Yeah.
bottle, and
Yeah.
that's like okay with me. So everybody's journey is different, and I hate when women feel bad about their
I
path because I'm
know. I
just like,
know.
it's one, it's not your fault. Like two, you don't have to be on everybody else's path.
Yeah.
Three is the baby fed. Like it's
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying. And but I think we do feel shame
Yeah.
around it, and we shouldn't, is my
I
point.
know. I know. You know, you're right. I know. I know, girl. So I'm the first one to tell mom, like, girl, your baby is fed, it's all good. And I should be able to tell that to myself, but it is like, it is not easy. I am grieving it, to be
Mhm.
honest.
Yeah. And that's okay too.
Yeah. And, you know, it is I have to remind myself, it's a season. It's a season. You know, she won't even be on formula for her whole life. You know, she'll be on formula until she's one, and then we'll move, and then we transition to the next phase. But I know it's like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So
thank you for sharing that. We weren't planning to do a breastfeeding episode,
I
but
know,
now we're talking about it. So thank
right?
you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Mm.
How about you?
Um, Joy and grief in my postpartum journey. Let me see. I would say one thing I'm grieving is probably physical. Just in like your body
Oh,
is different and it changes. And I think
yes.
too, if I'm honest, like even pregnancy for both of my kids, I was not able to carry them full term. With
Hmm.
my son, who's older, it was super early. He came at 27 weeks, which that's once again a whole nother story for another episode, which we can definitely get into
Yeah.
at another time.
Yeah.
But with my daughter, it was about 4.5, 5 weeks. So she was pretty early too, and pretty small, and it's a physical. Both times it was preeclampsia. The first time like super serious. The second time didn't feel as serious, but they also were like, you need to deliver this baby today.
Yeah.
And we did it the next day. But oh, no, we did it that day. Sorry, we did that night.
Hmm.
um so that, going from that to having some high blood pressure issues after, to like finally things resolving, and trying to just like, be as healthy as possible, but then you have all these pains in
Mm. Mm.
sensitive places, and we talked about the bounce back on the first episode. Your body is just, it's not the same. So I think that's one of
Yeah.
my grieving areas, is just like, you want your body to do things that it's not
Yeah.
doing
Ooh,
yet, and you have to just
that's
take your time too to get
yeah.
to where you want to be health wise.
Yeah, yeah. That's so good. And I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people like just think about like the external piece of your body changing, but you're right, like the internal piece, like your pelvic floor and your core
Hmm.
muscles and all that.
Yeah,
And you really do want to be able to go back to being able to do what you could do, before
yeah,
even like pregnancy, but
yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
restore.
yeah. I mean, a simple example is a sit up. We both
Yeah,
had C-sections this time around, so it's like, I can do one, but
yeah,
not without pain.
yeah,
And so it's like, yeah, I'll be looking forward to when things are a little bit more normalized and that's not happening. And like, sit-ups, I don't want to say they were super easy before, but it's like I definitely wasn't getting, pain
yeah,
with them. So yeah, I think I'm grieving that.
yeah, yeah.
What about joy? What's something that is kind of bringing you great joy in this postpartum season?
For me, because I'm a mom of many kids, the joy is seeing how all of my kids really do love their baby sister and they fight over being able to hold her, and
Mm,
they all are even the 2-year-old is very tender with her, and he is not a tender kid. Because he will throw something in a minute. But when he comes over to her, he gives her gentle kisses on the forehead. And, he'll say, "Oh, is the baby all right?" and stuff like that. And so that really is special. That, like, even though it was hard being in that hotel room, all seven of us, for moments, there were many moments of just like really beautiful. Like, I was able to like just look and say, "Wow, look at us." Like, we're having all the kids, they were playing like, they were pretending like she was racing a car while she was laying down, and like Aiden was saying stop and go. So we were,
Oh,
everybody was freezing when he'd say stop, and like go when he and then they were like with her hands and feet, and it just was
yeah.
like, this is so precious, and this is a beautiful memory, that, and I pray that they always be close with each other. So
Oh,
yeah,
I love that.
that's been a joy for me.
Yeah. I think it's something similar for me. There's nothing like your baby's smile. There's
I
nothing
guess.
like your child's laughter.
Yeah.
Even with my son, it's just like, oh my gosh, I love to hear you laugh and I love to see you smile. And with our baby girl, who, they're new here. So it's like she just started smiling.
Yeah.
But it's just so
It
magical. And
is
I'm like, you're
magical.
you're smiling at me, you're responding to my voice.
Yes.
So that's really brought me just such great joy and melts my
Yeah.
heart. Like, you are really smiling. And she has a
Yeah.
little dimple. It's
Oh,
just,
cute.
yeah,
I love the
it's the
dimple.
cutest.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, girl. Even today, like in the midst of all the chaos this evening, like she didn't want me to put her down either, and that was starting to frustrate me. And I was just
mhm.
like, "Oh, I don't want to pick you up anymore.
Oh
Just
my
sit in this little
gosh.
chair for 5 minutes so I can eat this soup."
Just give me a minute.
Yes. So that was like a frustration. And then as soon as I picked her up, and she smiled. And I
Yeah,
was just like, "Oh, come on, girl.
I
All right."
know.
Like, I'm just like, "Hey, girl. Okay."
You can have whatever you want. Yeah, it's okay. I'll hold you 6 more hours.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, let me go find a baby wrap and just wrap you up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, we said to you all that we wanted to do kind of some listener letters and some feedback from our listeners, and so we have one that I will share today. And we have another one too that I read that's really
Wow, that's
good.
super exciting.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. Yeah,
So we'll
I
have to
love
wait for
submissions.
that one for next episode, but this one is from a mom and our prompt is just what would you like to share today? So here's how she answers that question. Becoming a mom for me feels a little bit like a bittersweet oxymoron sometimes. I'm
Mm.
celebrating this new blessing of life that my baby brings, but also kind of mourning my former self and my life before becoming a mom.
Woo.
So, what are your thoughts on? And once again, we do not claim to have all the answers.
No, because
Um,
my first thought was about the girl.
yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah, what are
feel
your
you. I feel you.
right?
And it was something we were talking about it last time, of just like,
Yes.
yeah, that girl before having this baby, that girl is dead and gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's hard. And it
Yes.
is sad sometimes. And it is like we do have to allow ourselves to grieve her.
Right.
But then also, as we grieve her, we're also getting to know the new person who is now here. And after having this baby, I am a new woman, but I have to take time to get to know me, like this new me.
Mm,
One thing I've been doing lately, so that I don't fall into a deep depression when I look at my body when I take my clothes off, is I have been saying to myself in the mirror, like, "Oh, girl, look at your body. You are beautiful." So I
mm,
have to say it out loud to that new woman that I'm looking at, because I am. 240 pounds now, and I haven't been this size before. And my belly is, I'm not one of those women who like just has their baby and then 2 months later their belly is flat. Like, I still look 3 months pregnant,
Mhm.
and so I can get really down about it when I'm trying to put clothes on and they don't fit. And it's like,
Mm.
oh, okay, you can't wear that. Gets really frustrating sometimes. But in the past, I have wallowed in it for too long. And so this time around, I really am trying to be like, just get to know your new self, be okay with where you are, know that it's all a process. And like, I've been trying to talk to myself, like,
Yeah.
mm, um, so that
I
is
love that.
wonderful.
So I love that. The talking to yourself, the saying it out loud. I mean, honestly, these transitions, they're not small transitions we're talking about. It's like
Yeah.
you brought a human into the world, and
Yes.
especially with your first child. Because, like,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
was a totally different person, and now
Yeah.
I'm becoming a mom and learning how to
Yeah.
care for someone. For me, it was such, well, I told you guys my son came early, and it was such a shock, everything that happened, that I promise you, I have not shared this a lot, but I'm like, this is something that I'm going to share one day.
Yeah.
But in the hospital, maybe it was the meds, but I looked in the mirror and I was like, hi, I'm Jordan's mom. Like, hi,
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
Jordan's mom.
Yeah.
Like, several times,
Wow.
because it's like I needed my
Oh my
soul to
God.
like catch up and cut, like,
Oh,
and I didn't plan it. I don't know where it came from, but I just like,
girl.
I'm Jordan's mom. I'm like practicing it.
That's huge, Kaleah. And you know why it's so huge? Because I was just sitting here thinking when you said like your first child, like, yes, I remember when I had AJ, and it is kind of like you disassociate. You're like, okay, I'm just
Yes.
supposed to take care of this baby. I don't even really know this person.
Right.
Like, and they're telling me I'm supposed to have these all lovey feelings, like, oh yes, I'm a mom. I don't know nothing about being a mom. Like, and I remember feeling like that, but not knowing how to verbalize it.
Right.
So that's so powerful that you did that. I feel like a lot of people probably should try that. Like, yes, I'm, because you got to tell your
Yeah,
brain,
tell yourself.
you got to connect, because you can disconnect quick.
You,
Like,
yeah.
okay, I don't know.
Right. I mean, so postpartum too, sometimes it's like, let me
Yeah.
just set this baby down and walk all the
Yes,
way out
girl.
there. But you stop yourself from like
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah. So
so
no, I love
major.
that your affirmations, right? That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about. Like, I
Yep.
love that you are saying good and positive things to yourself. And I think yeah, that's wise in a transition. And even as our listener talks about the bittersweetness of it all, it's like, yeah, that's what we're talking about today. How do you embrace both? So
Yeah,
I love that.
girl. Wow, that's huge. I'm gonna share that with another first time mom. You
Yeah, it's a crazy journey.
know.
It's a crazy journey. Okay, we're almost to the finish line. Do you have your noticed on the net?
Oh, I do have my notice on the net. Okay, so mine today is, it was, I think it's a reel, but anyway, it's a
Mhm.
post on Instagram going around where it's a mom, her kids are now older, and she's telling all the parents of young children, like children under 4. She's
Mhm.
like, I'm telling you, it does get better. It gets better. I
Mhm.
remember because I had 2 under 2, and they needed me. I was changing diapers all the time. I was feeding them all the time. And she said, today I looked around and I noticed like people were able to get in the car by themselves and buckle up on their own. And I didn't have to have a bunch of snacks on me. They could wait until we got to the house to get this. And it just was, reminded me. And I know like everybody's journey is different, and um
Yeah.
you know parenting is hard, and kids, they come in all shapes, sizes, and abilities, and all of
Mhm.
that. So I do know that, but I do know that with time, things do tend to get at least a little easier,
Right.
because you
Yeah.
get used to
Yep.
whatever your situation is. And so
Exactly.
it is like, it just reminded me, like, okay, with time,
Yep.
things, being a mom of five, will get a little easier.
Yeah.
There will be other challenges, but these challenges won't be the same, the ones
Yeah.
that I'm experiencing now.
Absolutely. Yeah, y'all won't be able to be all in one room. It's just
You're right.
the older kids, they'll be like, we're out of here.
The older kids will know how to declog a toilet. After today,
Exactly.
I'm going to show them. Now, it won't be a doo-doo toilet. We're going to do it in a clean
This is
one.
my last
But let me
time
tell you something.
cleaning
You
it.
will grab
Yes.
that plunger and you
Yes.
will plunge your doo-doo out the toilet and be all right.
Right. Exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the least they could do.
the least. The least, honey. Okay? Tomorrow, lessons begin.
Yes. Yes. Oh my, you're all-star. All-star mom. That's who you are. You're amazing.
Girl, girl.
Yeah. Wow.
How about
Okay,
you?
my notice on the net is it goes with what we are talking about. This is from Inside Parenting, and they just put a post that says, "You are allowed to be both overwhelmed by your responsibilities and
Mm,
grateful for your blessings."
yes.
And I just love that
That's
because
so good.
I'm like, it is both. Like, that is
Yeah.
what we're talking about. And if I'm honest, like, I do feel some guilt sometime when I'm like frustrated or
Hmm.
complaining, or it's like, this is really hard. And I prayed for this. Like, I
Yeah.
wanted this
Ooh.
so
Ooh.
bad,
Yeah.
and it's really hard. So
Yeah.
it's like it could be both. It doesn't mean that you're ungrateful because you're struggling. Like, it's a
Yeah.
struggle,
Yeah.
period. It doesn't mean you're ungrateful. It doesn't mean you don't love your children. I feel like we feel
Yeah.
like we have to say, a disclaimer, like I really, really love my children,
Hmm.
but I'm
Hmm.
I'm struggling. It's like those things are not opposed to each other. Like,
Yeah.
it's both. And so once
Yeah.
again, that joy and that grief, I really do love my children, and so grateful. It
Yeah.
is a blessing.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where the guilt comes too, of like knowing so many women want children and
Yeah.
don't have them, and you're like, but I'm struggling. Like, and I think too, some like other moms are probably better at this than me. They're probably they're struggling less because it's innate, for them. And I just, yeah, I'm sure there are some people like that, but at the same
Yeah.
time,
Shout out to
it's
them.
okay. What'd you say?
I said, shout out to them.
Oh yeah, shout out to the natural moms who don't struggle,
Yeah.
who
Shout
love
out.
pregnancy
Shout out to
and
y'all.
just love postpartum as
Right.
well. Shout out to you guys. Message us if that's you. We
Right.
come on the show.
Come on. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
but that is
Because
not
that's
me.
beautiful. Because it is
Yeah,
beautiful. It is beautiful. Yeah.
yeah, but that is not us.
No, it's not.
Often on the struggle bus, but it doesn't mean I don't love and am so
Yeah.
grateful for my children, and so happy, happy to be a mom. It's been so beautiful. So
Yeah.
yeah, joy and grief.
Joy and grief. Yeah.
Yeah. And on that note, I think I'll go first with my party favor, and then we can do yours. Is my
Okay.
party favor for you guys is just, yeah, I think it causes tension when we try to, our minds kind of want to work as like one track minds of like, yeah, you're either happy or you're sad. You either have joy or you have grief. And my encouragement would just be like to allow yourself to feel all the feels. Like, I think that's part of
Yeah.
postpartum. All the emotions are so high. And so allow yourself to feel all the feelings and don't feel like you have to explain, even to yourself, or justify your feelings. Like, you feel what you feel, in those
Yeah.
moments. So try to allow both the joy and the grief, and sometime at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so good. Mine is this too shall pass. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this season, it is just a season of time. And one day we'll look up and we'll be like, oh my gosh, my baby's 21. What?
My gosh.
And we'll be talking about some other challenges with our 21-year-olds.
Yes.
But this postpartum season where your hormones are all over the place and you are trying to be a civilized individual in the world while raising a baby, trying to keep your baby alive and fight for your life at the same time. All of those things being happening at one time will soon dissipate and things will even out. But then I don't know, because like we're older moms too, and then like
Yeah.
so it's part of this is also like, is this postpartum or is this perimenopause? I don't know, you know.
I've
So
thought so many times, is
hey.
this because I'm older that it's this hard, that I'm this tired? I should have maybe had kids earlier. Yeah, I feel you on that.
so so hey, but they will be 2 months, but for so long, and then they grow, and then they 3, 4, 5 months, and they keep growing, and
That's true.
you know
And you grow with them, right?
you
I
oh
think
yeah,
that's
that's good.
that's the beautiful part that I've been learning. I'm like, the situation may not change. It may be hard for a while, but I'm growing and learning and
Yeah,
getting better,
yeah,
at the same time.
yeah, and then we get to pay it forward, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
I love to be able to
Mm-hmm.
do, like to be able to just hear another mom out and just share a piece of my story, and or like when I talk to you and I get to hear your story, it helps me too of
Mm-hmm.
things, and like just being able to share our journeys as we grow, that helps a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Helps to say like, oh, I'm not the only one that has felt like that,
Right.
I'm not crazy. So,
Exactly.
yeah. Keep sharing,
Love it.
people. Share your stories, your highs, your lows, whatever. Please share with us.
Yeah.
We love being
Love
in
it.
community with people.
Yeah. And thank y'all for the support. I know a lot of people listened to our first episode, reached out, started following us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, which has been huge. So this is fun. We're having
Huge.
fun. So thank you all.
Right.
Thank you all for listening.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.